music Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton bond over is kind of unexpected. He's a country king. She's a pop princess. So what music do Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani listen to together? We'd never have guessed. After meeting as coaches on The Voice, the two bonded over a specific musical subgenre you may or may not have heard of, yacht rock. Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani bonded over 1970s soft rock. We come from such different worlds. Our musical tastes are different, yet we do come together in this one place. We both love 70s soft rock and yacht rock, Stefani told People. We would always play this game, and we would put on a song and say, "Do you know this one?" And it would always be these 70s songs. Stefani says, they love the sound so much, in fact, that for her upcoming solo album, Stefani turned one song into a duet and then gave it a 70s-inspired vibe. Shelton loved the song Purple Irises so much, he was like, "Save that one." I asked, "Wait, do you want to hop on the song?" Stefani explained, and even after recording together, I was like, I'm not sure if this is actually working in my mind because it was so pop and he's so not. That's when I had the idea to send it to Scott Hendricks, who is his producer, who is more old school. That could be just the sound of a live band playing, really reminiscent of all of that 70s kind of yacht rock music that we grew up on. What is yacht rock? The term was coined by a web series that premiered in 2005 and is used to describe certain popular soft rock acts that came out of California in the 1970s. Spotify's current yacht rock playlist, which has been saved over 1.5 million times, includes songs like Lovely Day by Bill Withers, Too Hot by Kool and the Gang, Magic by Olivia Newton-John, and Heart to Heart by Kenny Loggins. Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton are prolific collaborators before Purple Irises. The pair recorded a number of gorgeous duets together. Go Ahead and Break My Heart from Shelton's 2016 album, If I'm Honest. You Make It Feel Like Christmas from Stefani's 2017 album of the same name, and Nobody But You and Happy Anywhere were both released in 2020. Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton are two music superstars whose relationship is as high profile as their careers. She's a pop-punk icon known for fronting No Doubt and carving out a successful solo career, while he's a country music titan with roots planted deep in Nashville's traditional twang. On the surface, they might seem like polar opposites, a California girl with an edgy, eclectic style and a down-home Oklahoma cowboy who embodies the rustic charm of country music. Their partnership, however, has blossomed beautifully, and one of the surprising aspects of their relationship is the unexpected music that they bond over. The meeting of worlds, country and pop. When Gwen and Blake first crossed paths on the set of NBC's The Voice, no one could have predicted they would become such a dynamic couple. At the time, they were both coaches on the show, and their backgrounds couldn't have been more different. Gwen had spent years as the fearless frontwoman of No Doubt, singing anthems like Just a Girl and Don't Speak, with a sound deeply rooted in ska, punk, and new wave. Her solo career leaned heavily into pop, with hits like Hollaback Girl and The Sweet Escape. Blake, on the other hand, was a country superstar known for songs like Austin and God Gave Me You, crooning about love, heartache, and rural life. Yet, despite these seemingly contrasting backgrounds, the two found common ground not just in their personal lives, but also in their shared love for music. What surprised many fans is that the music they connect over isn't always the typical genres they are known for. While their careers might be defined by country and pop, their shared musical tastes are far broader than anyone expected. Classic rock and the bridge between worlds. One of the key musical genres that Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton bond over is classic rock. While this might be unexpected for some fans, it makes sense when you dig a little deeper into both of their musical histories. Blake has often expressed his admiration for classic rock artists, and Gwen, though rooted in punk and pop, has cited a variety of musical influences, some of which overlap with Blake's love for timeless rock. Take the iconic band The Rolling Stones, for example. Both Gwen and Blake have mentioned their mutual appreciation for the legendary British rockers. The Rolling Stones' blend of blues, rock, and country elements in some of their work seems to be a point of connection for the two. Songs like Wild Horses and Dead Flowers are deeply imbued with country influences, which speaks to Blake's musical roots, while their rebellious, edgy persona aligns with the punk sensibility that Gwen has always championed. Beyond the Stones, other classic rock acts like Fleetwood Mac and Led Zeppelin have reportedly been part of their shared playlists. For Gwen, these bands represent an era of music that influenced her as a young artist. For Blake, they offer a raw, guitar-driven sound that isn't too far removed from some of the grittier aspects of country music. The energy of classic rock, with its wide emotional range and undeniable passion, seems to be the perfect middle ground where their musical worlds meet. Old school country. Gwen's dive into Blake's world. While Gwen Stefani is known for her edgy, genre-bending music, she's shown an openness to Blake's world of country, diving into its rich history and learning to appreciate the subtleties of the genre. One thing that stands out about their relationship is how Gwen has embraced not only Blake's modern country sound, but also the deep-rooted, traditional country music that he holds dear. Classic country artists like Merle Haggard, George Jones, and Patsy Cline have become part of Gwen's musical lexicon, thanks to Blake's influence. In interviews, Gwen has spoken about how Blake introduced her to these artists and how she's come to love the storytelling aspect of classic country. Songs filled with heartache, love lost, and the simple beauty of rural life are a far cry from the polished pop hits Gwen is used to performing, but she's embraced this world with open arms. This newfound love for country isn't just something that stays in the background of their personal life, it's made its way into their musical collaborations as well. Songs like Nobody But You and Happy Anywhere blend elements of country with pop, creating a sound that's uniquely theirs. These duets are more than just crossover hits. They are emblematic of the way their relationship has bridged different musical worlds. Gwen's punk past meets Blake's country swagger. What makes Gwen and Blake's musical relationship so interesting is not just the way Gwen has embraced country, but also the way Blake has come to appreciate Gwen's punk and ska roots. Blake Shelton, with his down-home charm and southern drawl, might not seem like the type to connect with the punk scene, but he has expressed admiration for Gwen's work with no doubt, particularly their boundary-pushing approach to music. One of the most intriguing things about their bond is how Blake has come to understand and respect the rebellious energy that Gwen brings to her music. Songs like Just a Girl and Spiderwebs were anthems for a generation of young women challenging societal norms, and while they might seem worlds apart from the country ballads Blake is known for, they share a common thread of emotional authenticity. Blake's ability to appreciate the raw emotion and energy of Gwen's early work speaks to the open-mindedness that defines their relationship. He's even joked about the differences in their fan bases and musical styles, but there's no doubt that he respects her artistic journey. In fact, it's this blend of two very different worlds that seems to make their partnership work so well. They don't just tolerate each other's musical differences, they celebrate them. The unexpected bond. A shared love for gospel. Perhaps the most surprising genre that Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton bond over is gospel music. Both have spoken publicly about their shared love for gospel, which plays a significant role in their personal lives as well as their relationship. For Blake, growing up in Oklahoma meant that gospel music was a natural part of his upbringing, woven into the fabric of church and family gatherings. For Gwen, gospel might seem like a departure from her pop-punk roots, but her faith has always been a central part of her life. She's spoken about how her Catholic upbringing influenced her music and worldview, and gospel's themes of redemption, hope, and faith resonate deeply with her. The couple has even been known to sing gospel songs together.